Up next, the Spurs taking on the Lakers. For San Antonio, just below 500. 2 wins through the first 5 games. They're ready to step on the gas tonight. Lakers, Spurs is next. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And checking out San Antonio, 3 games behind.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, the retirements of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker mean the start of a new era for the Spurs. Guard Patty Mills said, "We've had great teachers, and now there's a transition. It's about teaching that culture to these new guys. We aren't going to change. Bridging the gap is going to take time. That's where leadership comes in." Kevin?
A proud franchise. Thank you, David. Hey, Smitty, when a team underperforms early in the season, fans tend to go crazy. I mean, they just can't figure out why this is happening. But what are the players saying to each other on the bench, when they're traveling, in the locker room?
You know, I think when you're having great communication, Kevin, with guys amongst each other, you're trying to get through it, you're working through it. Whether you get through it or not is fine. I think there's a sign that things are going wrong. Kevin, you hear about these player-only meetings. When you start having 2 or 3 of those, that's when the ship is starting to go south.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Avery Bradley. And it's McGee in at the 5 spot. And for the Spurs, we've got Murray. Rudy Gay is out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. 4 on the clock. A 3 from Gay. Rebounded by the Lakers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Here's McGee. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
A free throw off from McGee.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
A 3. And it's DeRozan missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Forbes. Off target from outside.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And Davis gets it to go.
With that great length, quick off the floor, AD rising above to knock it in from mid-range.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Murray, the pass to Gay. Here is Forbes. 12 points his last outing. DeRozan's shot is good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Got that one up quick.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Murray with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Here's Gay. Great D that time from Davis. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bradley finds McGee, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up, and San Antonio called for the foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
That's good from McGee. No good on the second free throw. Spurs have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Murray outside. Pass to Forbes. Here's Gay. Spurs passing it around. Hurdle. McGee with the block. And he gets it back. A second chance effort. Good on the shot.
Such a fluid athlete. Rudy dancing on the offensive end, keeping defenders off balance.
Outside, Green. Now here is McGee. Trying to get open is Davis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Mavericks in Dallas. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. DeRozan gets the bucket.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
It's Bradley on the wing. Outside, Davis. The pass to Green. James, that's a 2-pointer. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Murray with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the rejection by James.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
The shot's good from McGee.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 6. Gay outside. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
A 3 from Gay.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
LeBron against DeRozan. Tries again. 5 to shoot.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring. Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
And finished off by LeBron.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow.
Last season, the trade request for Anthony Davis became public, a $50,000 fine when his agent confirmed it. A tough situation for him and New Orleans.
San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Murray. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
That's good awareness from DeRozan. Spots the open man. That speaks to his all-around game.
And a minutes restriction last season for Anthony Davis. There was talk, Smitty, of shutting him down completely.
The league said no, Kevin. The fans, he's still a fan favorite in New Orleans, and they paid their money to see him in large part. Now a new team. Hopefully it works out for everybody.
Gay scanning before. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Murray. Pirtle's got 7 points. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in, but he gets it back. Davis kicks to Green. Passes it to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. No good that time. Nice D from DeRozan. Spurs trail by 5. Outside, White. From the line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Trey Lyles checked in for Jakob Pirtle. Damari Carroll comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bellinelli in for Bryn Forbes. San Antonio again missing. Lakers leading by 5. Over in the corner, Green. Outside, Davis. And they double up Davis. Outside, Bradley. Here's Green, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marco Bellinelli picks one up.
And you watch Danny Green work. Smart guy, a grinder. That time, he draws the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And the first one drops.
A prototype 3-and-D guy. Green's focused on becoming a more complete player. Part of that is becoming more consistent from the free throw line.
Mills, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And both free throws good for Green. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. 7-point differential. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taken on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
And he knocks down the first one. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6 foot nothing. And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And both free throws good for Mills.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
Outside, Green. And here's Bradley from 3. Carroll with the rebound. Spurs trail by 5. Bellinelli for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Kuzma. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
And San Antonio has possession. Mills looking it over. And stolen by LeBron. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul.
When trying to guard AD, I'll tell you, the combination of size and quickness is brutal. Hard not to foul him.
First one falls for him. And he's a great scorer. But Anthony Davis's defensive impact, Smitty, perhaps even greater. Do you think he has a chance to ever win Defensive Player of the Year?
Without a question, Kevin. On a team with more weapons, he can focus on the defensive end more. We saw that with Kevin Garnett, who won his Defensive Player of the Year award his first season in Boston.
Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
James finds Kuzma. Outside for Davis. Launches it. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Spurs trail by 11. And here's Mills. His last outing, 16 points for him. Bellinelli dishes to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Bellinelli. 3-pointer. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now Mills. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Carroll up top, guarded by Kuzma. Here's Mills. Out to the right wing. Here's White. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Bradley. Troy Daniels comes in for Danny Green. And it's Alex Caruso in for James. Kuzma, right side. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Beating everyone to the board, using his length, his skill set, the big fella AD, getting it done.
Spurs trail by 17. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's White. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He kicks to Bellinelli. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Los Angeles leading by 17. Kuzma, right side. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Kuzma's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Wiles. Back to Mills. Hands the 12-footer.
Defensively, you play Mills to set up from range, so he sneaks inside the arc and does damage.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Davis. To the right side. The feed to Daniels. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. Carroll with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Now here's Mills. Outside White. Beyond the arc. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it. Not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Trey Lyles out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Mills, then it's White, and it's Bellinelli in at the 3 slot.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
And the pass to Daniels. Here is Howard. White covering. Caldwell-Pope outside. Passes to Caruso. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Caruso's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Mills with it. Shoots from the elbow. They grab their own miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the paint. A shot by LeBron, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's White missing. Lakers leading by 21. Daniels passes to LeBron. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think is James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
Here's Murray. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Murray's got 5.
With the lift Murray gets on his jumper, he can get a clean look from mid-range at any time.
LeBron kicks to Howard. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's DeRozan. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
One of the best mid-range shooters in the NBA, DeMar DeRozan makes a living from this spot.
James. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Murray kicks to Forbes. The Spurs getting another chance here, and it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
Pass to Daniels. Fires the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Murray, and it's sent back by Howard. Here's James, and he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Murray. He has 5. Kicks to Pirtle. And here is Murray. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. 20 feet out. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. DeRozan's got 8 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Murray. Now Daniels. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for DeRozan. Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game last year. 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Murray kicks to Forbes. Now the pass to Pirtle. Feeds it to DeRozan. Count the basket. 10 points for him.
That's just too easy. DeMar getting the shot he wants and where he wants.
Timeout called the Lakers.
The defensive impact of Jakob Pirtle giving the Spurs a boost Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
Quinn Cook's checked in for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 16. On the wing, Daniels. Here's James, and James throws it down.
Powerful high flyer. LeBron attacks the rim like no one else.
Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Pirtle can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best roll threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. James.
The power of LeBron. Even if you tried to give the hard foul, he'll go right through you.
The Lakers have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. Free throw good, LeBron.
You know, maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectations here at the pro level.
Murray, the pass to Forbes. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Forbes has got 5.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Howard dishes to LeBron. Howard trying to free himself up, and that's collected by Gay. Gay's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's DeRozan. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
James against Gay. Passes it to Cook. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
11 feet away. Here's Pirtle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Dwight Howard.
Really like the work inside from Pirtle, using his body well to draw the contact on his way up.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
What you love about Jakob Pirtle is his size, a 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
Good on both. Los Angeles leading by 16. Pass to Daniels. Back to Cook for Murray. Here's James. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Attacking the second chance opportunity. LeBron James getting it done on the glass.
Murray kicks to Forbes. Pass to Gay. To the inside. Outside for Murray, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And they double up James. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Spurs trail by 18. Now here's DeRozan. 20 points for him last game against Golden State. The pass to Forbes. Gay with it. Here's Pirtle, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. The free throw drops for Pirtle.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Pirtle. Gay outside. Traps in the tray. Gay's got 5 points so far.
And that's just a good-looking shot. Gay's always had a good-looking jumper.
Here is Cook, covered by Mills. Back to Cook. Three-pointer, Daniels, and the three ball is good. And the Lakers lead by 17.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Here's Gay, kept alive. Here's Pirtle. Count that as his fourth basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And when Pirtle gets on a roll, he's hard to contain. Boy, he can catch fire in a hurry.
Pass to Davis. They kick it out to Green. From deep. That's in there. Davis with the assist. 8 points for him. DeRozan with it. He's got 12. From the high post. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Spurs. DeRozan in the corner. Gay trying to break free. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Davis. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. They need this. Here's Pirtle. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Green.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
The shot's good from 4.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Lyles checked in for Jakob Pirtle. Damari Carroll comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. 1:14 left in the first half of the game. Mills passes to Lyles. And here is Bellinelli. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Kuzma outside. On the wing, James inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by James. LeBron's got 6 assists here tonight. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Mills passes to Lyles. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Spurs working the ball around now. White with it, picked up by Davis, and White kicks to Mills. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Making a great play to challenge the shot. LeBron's D can shut you down.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And LeBron throws it down.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Now Bellinelli, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Goes up to the stripe. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by James.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Bradley in at the 3 spot. They get it back. McGee, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
JaVale McGee at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from McGee. Both free throws good from McGee. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Spurs. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And James throws it down.
A guy that great, you have to make somebody else beat you. LeBron's been hot tonight.
Spurs shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Murray dishes to DeRozan. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Incredible leaper, explosive finisher. DeRozan with one of his acrobatic dunks.
LA's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of three-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
Here's Murray. He has 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Good example of the new breed of point guards. Murray creates for himself as well as he creates for others.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
He misses the free throw. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
So he comes up empty at the line.
A season lost to injury for DeJounte Murray. He's eager to make up for the lost time, continuing his development.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. DeRozan passes to Murray. He kicks to Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Gay can't get it to go. And the potential, Smitty, for DeJounte Murray is evident.
He's already a tough defender. He has great size and length for the point guard position. Offense is where he has to grow.
No good from Gay.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
LeBron kicks to Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 7th assist here tonight.
And if you're Avery, you're happy to see this go in. The result of all the hard work he puts in to improve his range.
Murray with the bounce pass. Pass to Gay. He's looking for Pirtle and finds him. 6 to shoot. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Offensive rebound. Wide open look here for Murray. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
McGee trying to get open as Davis. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. McGee's got 11 points. Spurs have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Back to Murray. Now here is Pirtle. 12 points for him. They could use a bucket. McGee with the block. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. And again, it's the Lakers.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Murray kicks to Forbes. Down low, stolen by McGee. Green, the pass to Bradley. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Forbes. Trying to get open is Davis. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's McGee. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
And Forbes kicks to Murray. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And they double up James. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Lakers have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Find the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Davis.
The great thing about Anthony Davis, he's efficient. He shoots a great percentage from the field and from the line, and he doesn't turn it over.
From 17 feet out, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Here's LeBron, and the layup falls. James has got 25 points in the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Looking to get back on track here, and that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 7.
Boy, I'll tell you, from mid-range, Rudy's shot mechanics look effortless.
Outside, Davis. Bradley, and it's Bradley on the follow. 7 points in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
I like this from Murray. This is what the team needs from him. He's a catalyst.
Outside, Davis. Right side, Green. Lets the 3 fly. San Antonio with the rebound. Gay's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's DeRozan. The three-pointer, no good.
He has gone ice cold this quarter, obviously not helping their cause.
And they double up James. The 3 from Bradley. The putback, it's good on the putback.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Gay outside. Outside for Murray. 6 on the shot clock. McGee with the block. They recover it.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Bradley drives in. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 9th assist in the game now. Murray with it. He has 7. Gay outside. Great D that time from Davis.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Murray the pass to Purtle. Gay outside. Shoots over McGee. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Back to Murray. And here is Pirtle. 14 points for him. 5 on the clock. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Super focused. Pirtle taking the hit well and cashing in on a quality and one opportunity.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Lyles checked in for Gay. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And Derek White subbed in for Murray. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. The pass to Kuzma. To the middle. Pirtle with the steal. It's Carroll on the wing. Covered by LeBron. Carroll dishes to Bellinelli. Here's Lyles. And the dunk by Lyles.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's LeBron and the dunk by James.
Coming off the pick, LeBron, great composure. Knows what he wants, and that's to score.
Set it up, bring the play in.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's White, and the rejection by James. Kuzma outside. Kicks it to LeBron. Caldwell Pope outside. Passes it to Davis. Kuzma left side. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Spurs shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kuzma passes to Bradley. LeBron left side. Just 5 on the clock. And that one drops for him. James has got 10 points in just the second half.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's White. The shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
San Antonio with the ball. It's Carroll on the wing, covered by LeBron. And Pirtle has it in the corner. And James pulls it down. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And here's a look at some stats for LeBron James. Last season, he played outstanding, putting in about 27 points a game, 8 assists and 8 rebounds. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Free throw good, LeBron. Mills, he's checked in for Pirtle. And then for the Lakers. Howard comes in for Davis. And it's Alex Caruso in for Avery Bradley. Both free throws good from James.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And here's Mills from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Mills has got 7 points in the game.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
Here's Caruso. He has 6. Caldwell Pope outside. To the left wing. Here's Kuzma. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
There's 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now Mills. He has 7. Outside, White. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. The shot, no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Spurs shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Mills at point with Bellinelli, they're the backcourt. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's Johnson, and it's Zamanic in at the power forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. Do you think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Caruso. Pass to Daniels. Takes a 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Pass to Daniels. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one's good, Caruso.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
And there's the pass to Lyles. Johnson surveying the floor. To the inside. Five to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And here's Mills from the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
pass to Daniels. Down low, here's LeBron. Second chance shot, rebounded by the Spurs.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Pass to Daniels. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And, Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Here's Mills, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Mills has got 8 here in the quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
Let's go, let's go.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Now here's Mills. Pass to Johnson. Back to Mills. Wiles against Caldwell Pope. Just 4 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Fast break. The Lakers. Caruso kicks to Daniels. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Fade away. And it's Samanic missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Caldwell Pope outside. At the elbow, it's James. Caldwell Pope kicks to Caruso. Off target from three-point range. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Caldwell Pope. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.